Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a brand new speed build and also to do a big giveaway for a copy of the PC version of Island Living, courtesy of the Sims 4 team. But first off, I just have to say I apologise for any background noise. I've literally got my parrot downstairs and I can hear her wolf whistling. She's actually out at the moment flying around. But I've just heard the ice cream van and my dog's also chewing a bone, so I apologise for any noise in the background. So today I'm going to be giving away a copy of the PC version of Island Living, and I'm so excited to do this. I absolutely love doing giveaways. So I'm going to cover that first and then we'll get stuck into the build. So for an opportunity to partake in a chance to win a copy of Island Living, all you need to be is a subscriber of the channel and to literally write the word enter in the comment section below. Now you only need to do it once. The system which I use to pick a winner will literally only take one unique comment from each person. So feel free to type the word enter into the comments section. Just make sure you're a subscriber and you will be in with a chance to win. Now I'm actually going to keep this competition open for a little bit longer than usual, so I will draw the winner at some point next week, but fear not, I will announce that in the title of one of my videos next week, so keep your eyes posted for that. But make sure you take part and enter, because like I say, I have one copy to give away and I can't wait to give it away either, because this has been, as I keep saying in the last couple of videos, one of the funnest expansions, probably the best expansion I've ever played in my personal opinion. I've really enjoyed playing with this pack, just from the items, everything in the world, just the lots, how many lots we've got, just the gameplay aspect, everything has just been absolutely on point for me. So I'm pretty sure that if you've been watching videos of Island Living and it's something that interests you, you will not be disappointed. It's been an absolute blast. So coming around now to the build, this was actually a build that I did probably last week. I think it was like the beginning of last week, and I've had a couple of builds in the pipeline because I've literally been building like crazy, which is one of the things that I absolutely love about taking a break, is when I get that real zest and that kind of like push of creativity which just spills out and I end up wanting to build everything that I can think of. So I actually built this at the beginning of last week, and it's literally a small beach hut which is obviously based on the beach, and it's a 1-bed 1-bathroom build built on a 30 by 20 lot in the brand new world of Sulani, and it comes in at just less than 61,000 simoleons. So it's not like, even though it's a small home and it's probably a sort of starter, it's not a starter home in the price category at all, clearly. But it does have absolutely loads of stuff going for it, and it was just a really sweet build. I think this was one of the first builds that I did when I kind of discovered the pack and was really looking through it, and yeah, I really had a lot of fun making this one. To be honest, I feel like I say that quite a lot, but whenever I do release a build, I've literally had a lot of fun building whichever one that I'm talking about, because I wouldn't ever release a build unless it was something that I fully enjoyed doing. So yeah, this one was really kind of small and cute, and I would definitely say with the style of this one, I decided to go a little bit more masculine. Now, it's definitely not masculine in the sense that it's just for boys or anything like that. It's just, I kind of went with a few more blues and darker tones and things like that. Sometimes I kind of feel like, especially with me as a builder, I tend to build really pretty builds that are very kind of feminine and flowery and beautiful, and I just kind of want to do one for the lads, you know. So this is still pretty, still had to put my flowers in there, but it is a little bit more on the masculine side. So I also decided to kind of slow this video down again. When I build smaller lots, there's just absolutely no point in speeding it up to the kind of speeds that I do with the massive builds that I do. So I think it's a little bit better, to be honest, and I'd probably have all my builds at this speed if I didn't you know, if the videos weren't so long. But unfortunately for like the massive build, in order for me to kind of squash all that footage down into 20 minutes, it's, you know, it has to be sped up quite a bit. So it's been quite nice. This is a bit more of a relaxing and slower speed build, but still a speed build. So at the minute, as normal, I'm just working on the exterior and just adding in lots of little details to kind of spice it up a little bit. I always find with smaller lots, obviously the shape of them is a lot more simpler than a bigger lot would be. So that's when I probably concentrate more on the decoration of the build, just to kind of try and make it a little bit more unique and not so boring, basically. So I'm kind of messing around with the outside, just adding little bits on without trying to sort of change the size of it. I really wanted this to be quite a petite lot, and it's just been so much fun to build smaller little houses than it has been, you know, to build the really big ones. So I decided to take my time with it and just really focus on the decoration and detail for this one. Obviously I went all out on the colour blue, so there's lots of like this aqua colour blue throughout the house. Yeah, I was really living for the blues and the browns in this one, but I really enjoyed making it. It was good fun. Now, I also have to say, looking at the back, it's definitely still pretty. It's not that masculine. You know, there is still flowers everywhere and it still looks a little bit girly. So, you know, whatever. But I must admit, I really love these little glass floor tiles. It's just so cute. I really wish that when we put them over the sea, when you look through it, you could see fishes like you do in the Maldives. That would be so cool. But I've found that they're really, really versatile as well. So not only have I used them as a floor tile, I've kind of used them around buildings. In one of the buildings that I have coming up soon, you'll see how I use them in a completely different way. And I've had so much fun. It's just been really nice to have some more versatile items that we can really be creative with. I'm sorry, that noise in the background then was my daughter's Tamagotchi. When I was like really little and Tamagotchis first came out, I had this little Tamagotchi, which is like this small virtual pet, and you basically have to feed it and just look after it. And I was absolutely in awe of this tiny little Tamagotchi. I loved it to pieces and I was like on top of everything. I completely looked after it. But one day we went to visit a family member who lived quite far away. It was like a 40-minute drive and I accidentally left it there, and it survived for something like 55 days at that point, and unfortunately it died and I was absolutely devastated. So with all the time off that my daughters had, I ended up ordering her one because I thought it would be something that she'd really enjoy, and it's definitely something she'd be really into. But I think that's actually my son's, because I also got my son one as well, but he's not so into it. But I didn't want to get one and not the other one, so I think he's kind of abandoned his because I can hear it beeping in the background. So yeah, anyway, that was that. So I'm literally just finishing off the exterior now and just adding in some little final details with some terrain and really just trying to give it a little bit more of a realistic element and adding, you know, kind of like dirt underneath the foundations and things like that. I really love these like little sun lounges and stuff that came, and I love the fact as well that they came in so many different swatches. I mean, that's always been a bit of a bugbear with items that have been released in previous expansions, I'd say more a while ago, is that they come in kind of limited colours and sometimes the colours aren't always great. So it's been really nice to have some items that have just got lots of colour choice, because as a builder it just gives you so much more flexibility to play around with colour and the items and just be able to use so much more stuff. So I also read the other day as well that there was an update to The Sims and they added in colour swatches to more items, but I'm not entirely sure what those items were. But I kind of thought, yes, brilliant, that's just what we need. So I was chuffed about that. But I'm just moving on to the interior now, and as you can see, this is kind of like It's not an exciting floor plan. Obviously, we've got a small bathroom, a bedroom, and an open plan kitchen and living area. And so I decided to put this little kitchen on the back, but I also did put kind of like a barbecue kitchen area outside as well. I wasn't worried about putting a table and chairs indoors because obviously we've got the big one that's looking out over the ocean on the outside. So there's definitely places for your Sims to sit or host a dinner party, whatever they wanted to do. So this particular room literally featured the kitchen and it had the fridge and the bin and just everything that you need. And this was a small sitting area which had a little TV. Well, it's not a little TV actually, it's quite a big one. Sorry, that's the time I got you again. So this was kind of like the living area and it's just very straightforward, but I did manage to put a little desk in here with a computer. I am going to do, or I can tell you this. This is not a secret. I can tell you this is okay. I think one of the next builds that I'm going to be doing will be an off the grid build. I did get a request for it as well in the comments, so I'm excited to do that because I know so many fellow Simmers that have been dying to have off the grid within The Sims 4, and now we finally have it. I've no idea how it's working at the moment, how the function is. I know I read another fellow Simmers tweet the other day and there was some kind of issues with a couple of things with them still receiving bills when they had off the grid. So I don't know if that's been updated or patched or what yet, but I thought it'd be really nice to do a kind of off the grid house. And I must admit, when I actually play the game, I really like that element. And actually, I've got to tell you this because I was reading my comments the other day and someone left me a comment to say that they think that there might potentially be a farming pack coming up because of all the hints and tips that the Sims are dropping with the chickens. And there was a couple of it was like a really interesting comment and I was like, I hope it is, because in all honesty, I'm not really bothered about university. I know a lot of people are. And like I say, expansions and things like that are just personal preference. But for me, gameplay wise, if there was going to be some sort of farming pack, oh gosh, I would be so happy. I mean, for me, anything at this point is just a bonus because the only things that I ever really wanted in the game was seasons and pets. So now that we have those, to have a farming pack would just be like, wow. I think I would probably go into hibernation and just play The Sims non-stop. So yeah, also with this kind of off the grid element, I do sometimes see that, I know we had it with pets as well, that with previous items that they'd put into the previous expansion, there was little hints and tips with paintings and calendars of pets and things like that. So it is a potential, it could be, and I'd be over the moon if it was. So yeah, I think that's going to be my next little project, will be a kind of off the grid build. I don't know if it'll be a big one or a small one. I think it'd make more sense to do a small starter off the grid, but we'll see anyway. I'll see what I come up with. I did have a little play around earlier and I kind of got a little idea on what shape house and things like that. So we'll see. You'll have to stay tuned. But yes, I am just finishing off now the bedroom, which is the final room. And obviously, as you can see, it's a really small room. And I did actually push this double bed up to the wall, which is not something that I usually do. But I'm pretty sure if you've got two Sims that go to get into bed, listen at me, I've got over 5,000 hours in this game and I just don't know. But I think I know. I'm pretty sure that a Sim will kind of move over to the other side near the wall and then another Sim can get in. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, if not, it'll just have to be for one person. So I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. It's actually scorching over here in Europe at the moment. I know that France had a record breaker of 44.3 degrees today, which is insane. It's hard as well for us over here, especially in the likes of England, because our infrastructure just is not built for this kind of heat and we don't have air conditioning or anything like that. So yeah, but it's nice to have a bit of hot weather, I must admit, after so much rain. But I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, it would be awesome to have you on board. And don't forget, in order to take part for a copy of the PC version of Island Living, just type the word enter in the comments section below and be a subscriber of the channel. But I hope you have a fantastic weekend wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye.